Hi, I'm Travis Evans, and I'm excited to be joining Paraclete Press with my first publication, Jerusalem, My Happy Home. It's an SATB anthem with piano accompaniment, utilizing the tune Land of Rest. I'm an organist by training. I have an undergraduate and graduate degrees in organ performance, but I've spent the last 20 plus years as a church musician, as director of music and organist. I'm currently the music associate at First Presbyterian Church in Kirkwood, Missouri. It's a suburb here in St. Louis. I'm the assistant organist. I direct the handbell program, and I assist with the vocal choirs and our concert series. In addition to that, I'm also an adjunct faculty member at St. Charles Community College, where I teach in the music department, a variety of courses, music history, music theory, conducting, sight singing, ear training, as well as private lessons for piano and organ. For me, composition has always been when I need something. If I can't find a specific text or tune, that's when I sit down and write something. I'm not one to just sit and write. I have to have some motivation there. Occasionally, there will be a text that really inspires me, and the melody is there or the arrangement's there. It never fails. It's late at night when I decide to sit down, and I work into the wee hours of the morning, trying to get everything down on paper or on the computer as quickly as I can so I don't forget it. Composition was one of those things I was always kind of interested in, wanted to do. I kind of messed around with as a kid. I'd sit at the piano and try to make up stuff. And it wasn't until I got my first church job when I was doing my undergraduate studies that it really started to work and come easier for me. My organ professor, Dr. Barbara Harbach, was also our composition instructor at the University of Missouri here in St. Louis, and I brought a couple things into a lesson one day, and I said, what do you think of these? Which is, kind of a horrible thing to do to a teacher. It's like, you're looking for praise, but you may not get it. But she said, you really should think about taking some composition lessons. And so the next semester I signed up, and I had about 2 years of study with her as I finished my undergraduate degree. And one of the things that I think really helped with my composition was that she encouraged me and kind of asked me to write things outside of the little box that I had put myself in as a composer. I wrote kind of very simple harmonies that worked for the choir that I had. And that's generally what I've done is, what are the abilities of the group I have, and how can I write to best show their abilities and encourage them and not discourage them. But in that process, I had really kind of restricted my writing. And so by her encouraging me to write kind of obscure things, it really opened up some of my harmonic language to explore some different colors in my writing. And she never kind of injected her own writing style into my music. She would certainly say, this is a little awkward. Think about looking at this measure and working it out. It was never, here, do this here, and putting her style into mine. So finished my undergraduate degree and went on to do my master's. I didn't study composition anymore in my graduate degree, other than I had a 16th century counterpoint class, which in a way was kind of interesting and helpful in its own regard of almost looking at it more restrictive and coming up with different ideas. Like I said, I'm church musician, college professor, and that takes up a lot of time, as most church musicians will know. You may have a 20-hour-a-week job, but it's rarely ever just 20 hours. But in my spare time, especially during the summer, I do have a fair bit of downtime with school being off and no rehearsals at church. I do like to travel. I have a camper. We have a couple dogs, a golden retriever named Kirby and a blue heeler husky mix, Maxwell, that we like to take camping and go hiking with, and seeing, not only the United States, but traveling, abroad. I'm excited to be a part of Paraclete Press. I've used their music for years, both keyboard and choral stuff, so I'm grateful that they have picked Jerusalem, My Happy Home to be published. Hopefully it's the first of several more to come. Thank you, and if you ever have any questions about my writing, I'd be happy to talk to you about it.